Please join me in welcoming on stage Mr. Dennis Jung, representative of the Office of Governor Rauner of Illinois, with a message from the governor.
Greetings. As Governor of the State of Illinois, I am pleased to welcome everyone gathered for the Human Development Foundation's annual fundraising dinner. Since its inception in 1997, the Human Development Foundation has helped more than 350,000 underprivileged people throughout all provinces of Pakistan.
Embodying the philosophy of helping people help themselves, HDF has empowered communities by developing a variety of leadership programs and have built healthcare facilities, opened schools, constructed dams and water pumps, built roads, and created microcredit programs to assist with local economic growth. The work of this wonderful organization would not be possible without the support of events such as this, the proceeds of which will benefit HDF's ability to transform lives through a variety of services. On behalf of the people of Illinois, I offer my best wishes for an enjoyable and memorable event. Sincerely, Bruce Rauner, Governor, State of Illinois. Thank you.
I would now like to ask Dr. Nahid Qayyum, member of HDF Board of Directors, to please come up on stage to introduce our keynote speaker this evening, Baroness Sayyida Warsi.
A lawyer, a businesswoman, a campaigner, and a cabinet minister. Inducted into the House of Lords in 2007, she was the first Muslim to serve in the British cabinet and the foremost Muslim politician in the Western world. In 2010, appointed as the chairman of the Conservative Party and the first Asian to chair a major political party in Britain, a senior minister of state at the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, a minister of faith and communities. However, in August 2014, she resigned for government, citing the government's morally indefensible policy on Gaza because, and I quote, "I want to be able to live with myself after politics." So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. One of the 5 girls born to immigrants of Pakistani origin in Dewsbury, West Yorkshire, daughter of a hard-working father, she was raised with values of freedom, responsibility, and aspiration. Always a community volunteer and a staunch believer in social justice, she's a founder of Savera Foundation, providing economic empowerment to destitute women with skills development and education. The programs are in Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome this politically iconic Iron Lady who has been compared to Margaret Thatcher, who is a wife, a mother, and above all, a kind, gentle human being with a soft heart and an infectious smile. Her ladyship, the Baroness Sayyida Warsi.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening, Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Nahid Baji, for that incredibly warm welcome, and thank you very much for your very kind words. I've met so many of you earlier as we were mingling and as we were having something to eat. And I realized that so many of you, of course, are from Pakistan, but there are also a few of you that are from the Patwar region of Pakistan, which is where I come from. So the question I was asking today was, which language should I speak in? Of course, English is my main language. I was born and raised in the United Kingdom. लेकिन कुछ लोग कह रहे थे कि नहीं, शायद आपको उर्दू में बात करनी चाहिए. हमने आपके इंटरव्यूज सुने हैं, तो आपको यहाँ पे उस ज़ुबान में बात करनी चाहिए जो हमें सबसे मीठी लगती है. So I said maybe we could do that. लेकिन when I spoke to my Patwaris, they said अगर सही गल करनी तो अपनी ज़ुबान इच करे ताकि उन्हें की पता चला कि पठवार नहीं है. So I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you'll bear with me if we kind of twist between the languages. And I hope you'll bear with me and understand English in the way English should be spoken. incredibly impressed by the people of Chicago. But I want to speak today, ladies and gentlemen, about three things: about opportunity, about principles and values, and about faith. And I hope you will bear with me if I talk about those issues in the light of my own journey and my own story. I was born in 1971. I was the second of 5 girls. I was born at a time when my father was a worker in the textile mills in the north of the United Kingdom. And I had what you would describe as a typical working class Pakistani Muslim upbringing. Things got better. I must have brought my parents good luck, because after a few years, my father's life changed and he became a bus conductor. Things became a little bit better. He became a bus driver. And then eventually he started a small business. Alhamdulillah, turned it into a multi-million-pound outfit over his lifetime. But in growing up, the one thing that they wanted for us was the opportunity that the United Kingdom provided and the opportunity of an education. So we were all sent off to university. Now, we were of the generation, and I look at some of the younger people here, we were of the generation where your career, in fact, not just your career and your husband were chosen by your mom. And I remember sitting down at the age of 15, and my mom lined us all up, and she talked about the decent professions. And she said, I'd like you to be a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, and a pharmacist. And that's what we went on to do. She handed out our careers to us. I went on to specialize in law. I specialized in criminal defense. And I was part of what could be described as the race world, the racial justice world. What radicalized my generation was the color of our skin. And having fought those battles and starting to come to terms with the fact that you could be comfortably Asian or black and British, things started to change. And when people say that a single event can change the course of your life, then for me, certainly September the 11th did that. Because after that date, despite the fact that it happened here in the US, not in the United Kingdom, I was no longer Asian and British or Pakistani and British. I was now Muslim and British. And the challenges of identity started all over again. And I wasn't sure whether I wanted to fight those battles again. And so I took the easy route. I sold my legal practice that I had at the time. I picked up my little girl, and I traveled to the only other place where I thought I could potentially make a home, and that was back to the villages where my parents had originated from many, many decades ago. But having spent a year in Pakistan, I realized that some of the most marginalized people in Pakistan were the women. And not just the women, but the widows, the divorcees, and the orphan girls, those that were considered to be the most marginalized part of even women in Pakistan. And it's at that point that we set up the Savera Foundation, which works specifically with those women to economically empower them. But having spent time away, I realized that I needed to come back and play my part in the United Kingdom. I stood for office in 2005. And soon after that, I met a young man called David Cameron. He went on to become the leader of the Conservative Party and then subsequently went on to become Prime Minister. And when he became Prime Minister, he asked me to join his cabinet and to chair the Conservative Party. Now, things like that don't happen to people like me. I don't think, as the daughter of an immigrant mill worker, I thought in 1971 that one day I would grow up to become a member of the British cabinet. And I can honestly, hand on heart, ladies and gentlemen, say that it was probably one of the best moments for me in terms of my career. And I think मैं सोच भी नहीं सकती थी कि एक वक्त वो आएगा कि मेरे जैसे लोग, एक मज़दूर की बेटी वहाँ पे जाके अपने मुल्क की, यूनाइटेड किंगडम की कैबिनेट में सर्व करेगी. सो आई थिंक इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है कि ये मेरे लिए एक बहुत ही बड़ा मौका था. लेकिन द वन थिंग दैट आई वाज कन्विंस्ड ऑफ इज़ कि सियासत में अपने असूल और अपनी वैल्यूज़ को नहीं भूलना चाहिए. ये आपके असूल और वैल्यूज़ कॉन्स्टेंटली टेस्ट किए जाते हैं सियासत में. लेकिन आई थिंक फॉर मी द बिगेस्ट टेस्ट वाज 2014, लास्ट ईयर, अबाउट अ ईयर अगो. उस वक्त आई वाज अ मिनिस्टर इन द फॉरेन ऑफिस. आई वाज द डेप्यूटी फॉरेन मिनिस्टर. I was the minister with responsibility for the United Nations, for the International Criminal Court, and I was the minister with responsibility for human rights, amongst other things. And the Gaza conflict was raging. And on a daily basis, I was having to stand up in the House of Lords, and I was having to give the government's account of our view on what was happening in Gaza and the government's policy. And at that point, I found it incredibly difficult to understand a government's policy when it appeared to be completely out of step and out of sync with what I would describe as British values. We pride ourselves in the United Kingdom as being the defenders of human rights, of being the supporters of international justice, about fundamentally seeing the rule of law as a bedrock of what makes us British. And yet here I found myself facing a policy where we had little regard for innocent lives being lost, little regard for human rights and humanitarian law that was being broken, little regard for calling to account internationally what was happening in the Middle East. And there were two moments which really made me decide that I needed to take a stance. One, the three boys playing football on the beach. Now, every mother will tell you that जब बेटे हमारे एक एज में जाते हैं तो वो एकदम बड़े हो जाते हैं, और जो उनकी फुटबॉल की शॉर्ट्स हैं वो बड़े बड़े लगने लगते हैं और उनकी टांगें छोटी छोटी लगने लगती हैं. And those skinny legs that come out at the bottom of shorts were the skinny legs of those boys, and those skinny legs looked like the skinny legs of my boys. Another time, another place, they could have been my boys. And I just felt that at that time, not even to find the words to condemn what was going on was morally indefensible. We then had a second moment, a time where we went to the Human Rights Council. There was a resolution that was passed about accountability for any war crimes that may be committed during the Gaza conflict. And Britain, the defender of human rights, abstained. Now, don't get me wrong, the US did a lot worse. You voted against it. But we abstained. That was us saying we are not prepared even to take a moral position when clearly there have been breaches of international law and war crimes that are being committed. And at that point, I had a choice. Do I simply stay on in one of the best jobs that I could ever be doing, around that cabinet table, at the heart of the government, at the heart of power in the United Kingdom? Or do I actually face up and live up to my values and principles and say that I must speak out, and in speaking out, I must walk away? And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, I felt the only decision to take was to walk away. And as Nahid Baji said, for me, what mattered at that point was that long after politics had come and gone, I wanted to be able to live with myself and say कि मेरा ज़मीर मुतमिन है कि उस वक्त जो फैसला किया था वो सही था. And every single day since that day, I wake up in the morning and say, Alhamdulillah. And if I can talk about the third thing that I want to talk about, Alhamdulillah कि अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला ने मुझे ईमान दिया था, कि ईमान हमारी ज़िंदगी में अभी भी important है हम सब लोगों के लिए. Because faith is the thing that makes you realize that the life that we have here is temporary. However much we feel that we are accountable to the people around us and the people that we work for, we are also accountable to a much greater being.
I am Khalid Riaz. I am chairman of the board of directors of HDF in Pakistan. I've been involved with it from the very beginning. And I really want to thank the entire community of Pakistani Americans in USA who have opened their hearts and given us their support and their trust, because of which today we are helping over 200,000 people in Pakistan, providing them with health, education, and poverty alleviation programs. We couldn't have done this without the help of this community. We hope, that someday everybody in Pakistan has the same opportunity that we have been given, because of which we have become successful. And we invite everybody to join us in this effort.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Arshia Hasnain. I am the member of the Human Development Foundation out here in Chicago. As you can see behind me, there is music going on. We have had a live auction. We've had silent auction here tonight. And you're probably wondering, why are we here? Today we are celebrating 18 years of HDF helping people in Pakistan. HDF is an organization that works with the power of five. What do you say is the power of five? The power of five helps to alleviate poverty in the areas of education and literacy, healthcare, economic development, sustainability, and economic development. So I hope that you guys will watch some of our shows that have been taking place here. For those of you that would like to get involved with HDF, I would welcome you to go on our website, www.hdf.com. And if you want to volunteer in any way, go to our website, sign up. If you want to open up a chapter in your neighborhood, we are very strong in 22 areas and we want to expand. It's a movement, it's a mission, so please help Human Development Foundation. Thank you.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम। आज ये HDF का एनुअल इवेंट था। जैसा कि आपको मालूम है, HDF आज से 18 साल पहले इसी शहर में शिकागो में उसको फॉर्म हुई थी और हमें बड़ी खुशी हुई कि आज हमारी जो मेन स्पीकर थी वो बैरोनेस वारसी थी। बैरोनेस सईदा वारसी ना सिर्फ एक बहुत इंस्पिरेशनल पॉलिटिकल फिगर हैं सारे पाकिस्तानियों के लिए जो बैरून मुल्क में रहते हैं, बल्कि उनका भी एक प्रिंसिपल स्टैंड था, क्योंकि वो एक शी वाज मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर फॉरेन अफेयर्स एंड कॉमनवेल्थ, और उन्होंने एक असूल के पीछे रिज़ाइन किया था। और आज मैंने उनको बहुत अप्रिशिएट किया इस इवेंट में, और मैंने पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी को कहा कि बैरोनेस सईदा वारसी उनके लिए एक इंस्पिरेशन है कि जब तक हमारे नए पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन बच्चे और बच्चियाँ मेन स्ट्रीम पॉलिटिक्स में, मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में, मेन स्ट्रीम सोशल मीडिया में नहीं आएंगे, हमें दूसरे लोग डिफ़ाइन करते रहेंगे। ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। और इट वाज अ वेरी गुड इवेंट। तकरीबन $2.5-3 लाख रेस किया शिकागो कम्युनिटी ने, और एक बार फिर प्रूव किया कि यहाँ की कम्युनिटी बहुत जेनरस और बहुत डायनामिक कम्युनिटी है, और उन इश्यूज़ पे जिस पे मुल्क के लिए बहुत अहम है, जैसे तालीम, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट, उस पर उनका बहुत एक्टिव कंट्रीब्यूशन है। और इट वाज अ वेरी सक्सेसफुल इवेंट। मैं 3-4 दिन से कॉन्स्टेंटली ट्रैवल कर रहा था, पर मैंने वादा किया था कि क्योंकि बैरोनेस वारसी आई हैं और HDF का इवेंट है, मैं लाजमी इसको अटेंड करूँगा। दूसरा मैं ये ख़ास तौर पर कहना चाहूँगा कि जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, जैसे HDF है, TCF है, ईदी ट्रस्ट है, बहुत सी सोशल मीडिया ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, इन सब को हमें बड़ा जेनरसली सपोर्ट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी है, जिसका मैंने पहले भी जिक्र किया है, उनकी एनुअल वर्थ इज़ $37 बिलियन। दैट्स अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। और ये लोग पाकिस्तान में अगर एजुकेशन में, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो उससे पाकिस्तान में एक चेंज आएगी। मैं भी बता रहा था बाबर साहब को कि मैं भी पाकिस्तान से होकर आया हूँ, एंड फ्रैंकली आई वाज वेरी प्लेजेंटली सरप्राइज। एयरपोर्ट्स में सर्विसेज बेहतर हो गई हैं, आपको एक अपबीट सा माहौल नज़र आया है, और वो बड़ा इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि वो ट्रांसलेट हो यहाँ से पाकिस्तान और पाकिस्तान से यहाँ पे।
My name is Nabila Rashid. I'm an attorney and partner in a law firm here in Chicago. And HDF has been one of my preferred charities of choice for quite a few years. And in fact, Dr. Khalid Riaz was one of the people that I first met when I moved to Chicago. And so I've been involved for many, many years, and it's an amazing, amazing organization, and the work that they do is second to none, because they provide an entire platform, both for education, medicine, water filters, right across the board. So it's a great organization.
HDF is something that's extremely close to my heart, because when I was becoming a doctor in Pakistan, I realized that you give medicines to the sick, but the sickness of poverty, the sickness of deprivation, and sickness of ignorance is something that a medical degree cannot address or even begin to address. When children die because there is no clean water, and when women die because they couldn't even give birth, they can't give life to kids because there is no proper management of their delivery, then it behooves us and it begs us to come and start something like this, which doesn't need money, but what it needs is really true passion and a little bit of sense of sharing. And alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has given us this opportunity, and I invite everyone to share in this opportunity to do something for those they have left behind. We have to. We will not go back, but we will give them something that inshallah will make a difference in their life.
This is Aisha Malik. I actually joined HDF about a year ago. I work for their head office here as the Director of Development. I'm going to use this opportunity to speak a little bit about the work that HDF is doing. And I recently went to Pakistan, so now I've actually seen the work that we're doing, and it's absolutely amazing the work that HDF has managed to do in the last 18 years. We now have 8 regional offices with about 600 employees in Pakistan, but most importantly, we've managed to reach and touch the lives of about 1 million people in Pakistan, and it's only been possible with the support of supporters and donors and individuals like yourself, who's actually the reason behind the success of HDF.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sabah Burki. I'm the co-chair of HDF Chicago Network this year, and we've been working really hard. As you guys know, HDF is an organization which helps people help themselves. We Pakistanis living in Chicago, we feel we want people in Pakistan to have all the same things which we have for us over here. So clean drinking water, health, education, social mobilization. So that's all we want as Pakistanis, that what we and our kids have over here, you all have it over there too. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Fred Marshall. I'm supporting HDF for the first time this year. I was invited by Mohsen. Hi, Mohsen. Thank you for the invitation. I think this program is extremely beautiful. I love what it's doing for the community back in Pakistan. I also would like to get involved with not only just donating money, but putting my time and my energy and my efforts into supporting the community.
Hello, my name is Latifa Ghani, and I have been involved with HDF in the Project for Economic Development for the last 5 years. I started a project called Shuai Ummeed, which means ray of hope. Our primary objective was to train people for provide vocational training so they could be economically independent and be self-supportive, earn a living with dignity, and take care of their families. It's my pleasure that in the last 3-4 years, this project has grown by leaps and bounds. By the last report of June 2015, 360 men and women were gainfully employed and trained by the Shuai Ummeed project.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम अदील बेग है। आज हम यहाँ पे आए हैं, बड़ा खूबसूरत प्रोग्राम HDF ने यहाँ पे आज फंड रेजिंग इवेंट अपना रखा है। हमारी कम्युनिटी को हम लोगों को चाहिए कि ऐसे प्रोग्रामों को सपोर्ट करें और जो HDF का जो पाकिस्तान में जो ये प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, स्कूल, कॉलेजेस और फलाही जितने भी काम हैं, क्लिनिक्स हैं, लड़कियों का स्कूल है, साफ़ पानी के लिए जो इन्होंने फिल्ट्रेशन प्लांट लगाए हुए हैं, दैट्स अमेजिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स। तो मेरा कहना यही है अपने सब हमवतनों से कि ऐसे प्रोग्रामों में बढ़ चढ़ कर हिस्सा लिया करें। और आज मैं देख रहा हूँ माशाल्लाह शिकागो के बेइंतहा यहाँ पे हमारी कम्युनिटी इस वक्त मौजूद है और बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, एंजॉय कीजिएगा। थैंक यू।
मेरा नाम अब्दुल कादिर दादा है और शिकागो से मेरा ताल्लुक़ है और HDF का फंड रेजिंग डिनर है। मैं HDF को सपोर्ट करता हूँ और HDF के स्टाफ, HDF के लोग जो हैं पाकिस्तान के लिए बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं और मैं दूसरे पाकिस्तानियों को भी कहूँगा कि आएँ, HDF को सपोर्ट करें, इनके प्रोग्राम्स को चेक करें क्या ये लोग कर रहे हैं। तो बस अल्लाह ताला जो है वो हमको कामयाब करे कि अच्छे कामों में जो है वो बढ़ चढ़ के हिस्सा लेना चाहिए।
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohsen Dada. I am a supporter of HDF, and the reason I support HDF is because they do an exceptionally good service for the children and the adults community of Pakistan, and they've been very impressive in terms of performance. And Dr. Riaz has been a very dedicated contributor as well as a volunteer one for this community cause, and has done an exceptional job for the people of Pakistan, and we are very supportive of his effort.
My name is Yasmin Dada. I live in Oak Brook, Illinois, and I am a firm supporter of HDF. It's a local organization that is global. It does great things for the people in Pakistan, and it is one that I would encourage everyone to support. People who are listening to that, please give your money to HDF. You know it's going to go for a good cause. Thank you.
My name is Sarwar Mahmood, and I've been supporting HDF for a long time. HDF is doing an excellent job with bringing up common people to a level of self-sufficiency, and I believe it needs to be expanded to more areas, more provinces, more localities, more communities. So I'll continue to do that, to do my part in that. Thank you.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम दानियाल नूरानी है और मैं इधर HDF के फंक्शन पे आया हुआ हूँ, ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट फाउंडेशन। मैं इनका बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन और फॉलोअर हूँ। ये भी बहुत गज़ब का काम कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान में। ये वहाँ पाकिस्तान में जगह जगह जाके गांव में उनको ऑर्गेनाइज़ करते हैं, उनको तालीम भी देते हैं, हेल्थ केयर भी देते हैं और भी चीज़ें करते हैं। और जब मौका मेरे मिलता है तो मैं TCF के काम के साथ साथ अगर कोई भी मेरे पास आता है जो एजुकेशन का प्रोजेक्ट नहीं हो, किसी और चीज़ का प्रोजेक्ट हो, जैसे हेल्थ केयर या सोशल मोबिलाइजेशन और ऑर्गेनाइजिंग द विलेजेस, ये सब काम, तो मैं उनको HDF के ज़िम्मे भेजता हूँ। और जितने लोगों को मैंने इनके पास भेजा है वो सब बहुत मुतमईन हुए हैं इनके काम से और बहुत खुश हुए हैं इस काम से। शुक्रिया।
मेरा नाम सज्जाद असगर है और मैं HDF के बोर्ड पे हूँ और फॉर मैनी इयर्स एज यूजुअल throughout these years I have seen the HDF growing big, and mashallah now HDF is covering 1 million people lives and multiple projects like health, like education, like microeconomic, and the most important for us especially is that mobilization of the people so they can work for themselves and join hands to benefit the local communities. And it is working very well. And other than that, the program which is neglected so far in Pakistan, and HDF took the initiative, that is the environmental safety. In all the programs, that is kept ahead of each and every thing, and it is done very well.
السلام علیکم، میرا نام ڈاکٹر رضا خان ہے، میں شکاگو میں رہتا ہوں، پریکٹس کرتا ہوں یہاں. آج میں ایچ ڈی ایف کے ایونٹ میں آیا ہوا ہوں، اور ایچ ڈی ایف پاکستانیوں کی ایک بہت ہی فعال آرگنائزیشن ہے جو پاکستان میں بہت ہی اچھا کام کر رہی ہے. اور شکاگو کی جو پاکستانی کمیونٹی ہے وہ ایچ ڈی ایف کو بہت سپورٹ کرتی ہے. 18واں ان کا آج جو ہے وہ فنڈ ریزر ہے. ہم ہر سال یہاں آتے ہیں اور خوش ہوتے ہیں اور دیکھتے ہیں کہ یہ لوگ کتنے لوگوں کی زندگیاں جو ہیں پاکستان میں بدل رہے ہیں. یہ چھوٹے چھوٹے سے قدم ہیں، لیکن اس سے بہت ساری مسافتیں جو ہیں وہ طے ہوتی ہیں.
السلام علیکم، میرا نام طاہر روہیل، ڈاکٹر طاہر روہیل ہے. میں ہیومن ڈیولپمنٹ فاؤنڈیشن کو سپورٹ کر رہا ہوں کافی عرصے سے، تقریباً 12-13 سال سے. تو ہیومن ڈیولپمنٹ فاؤنڈیشن کا کام جو ہے وہ یونیورسٹی آف ایلینوائے میں میں نے پریزنٹ کیا تھا، اور وہاں کافی سارے پروفیسرز جو تھے وہ ایک ورلڈ فورم تھا انٹرنیشنل ہیلتھ کے اوپر. دے ور ویری اپریشیٹیو کہ ہم نے یہ ہیومن ڈیولپمنٹ فاؤنڈیشن نے اتنا اچھا کام کیا، اور اس وقت تقریباً 800,000 لائف جو تھیں ان کو ہم لوگ سپورٹ کر رہے تھے اس میں. تو ابھی ہمیں بہت خوشی ہے کہ وی ہیو اباؤٹ ملین لائفس دیٹ وی آر فالوئنگ اور وی آر ہیلپنگ دیم. اور یہ ہماری طرف سے ایک چھوٹی سی کوشش ہے. اس سے جو پازیٹیوٹی کمیونٹی میں آتی ہے، جو لوگ ایک دوسرے کے اوپر جو دیکھتے ہیں ایک پازیٹیو نظر سے، اس کی بہت ویلیو ہے. اور اس طرح سے یہ ساری چیزیں جو ہیں وہ ہمیں آپس میں ملاتی ہیں.
My name is Muhammad Salim Sheikh. My wife Taqdees and I have supported HDF ever since HDF was founded by Dr. Riaz and his group. We really believe in their work because education is the key for progress. It has always been and it always will be. And if Pakistan and its people are to shine in the community of the world, we have to have that education. Number one. Number two, the beauty of this program is that it is based on the self-help concept. And when people have a personal stake in the development, they take pride in it. They also don't feel that it's a handout. It's much rather their own efforts, their own initiative. And so therefore we not only HDF provides them with the educational opportunity, but it also gives them the ability to continue on with it.
اگر کوئی بھی آپ اوورسیز پاکستانی سے بات کریں گے تو وہ ہمیشہ یہ کہیں گے کہ ان کے دل کا ایک حصہ ہمیشہ پاکستان کے ساتھ دھڑکتا ہے. یہاں پہ ایچ ڈی ایف کے جو والنٹیئرز ہیں، جو کمیونٹی ہے جو ایچ ڈی ایف کو سپورٹ کر رہی ہے، وہ اس بات کو پروو کرتے ہیں کہ ہماری ایک حصہ جو ہے ہمارا دل کا وہ ہمیشہ پاکستان کے ساتھ رہتا ہے. سو فار می اٹس اے ریئل پلیزر کہ میں نے بھی آ کے اپنا حصہ ڈالا، اور پاکستان کی فیوچر کے لیے ہم نے تھوڑی سی اور مدد پیسے یہاں پہ ریز کرنے کی کوشش میں نے ان کا ہاتھ دیا. جب بھی پاکستان کا ضرورت کا وقت آیا ہے تو جو بھی پاکستانی اوریجن کے لوگ ہیں، چاہے وہ یو کے میں ہوں، یونائٹڈ یہاں پہ یو ایس میں ہوں یا کسی بھی ملک میں ہوں، وہ ہمیشہ یہ کوشش کرتے ہیں کہ جتنا وہ دے سکتے ہیں وہ دیں گے. یہاں پہ آج ہم نے دیکھا ہے کہ شکاگو کی کمیونٹی بہت جینرس طریقے سے انہوں نے ایچ ڈی ایف کو دیا ہے تاکہ وہ پاکستان کے لوگوں کی مدد کریں. آئی تھنک یہاں پہ بہت ایک ینگ کمیونٹی بھی ہے. یہاں پہ کچھ نوجوانوں کے ساتھ میری ملاقات بھی ہوئی ہے. اینڈ آئی تھنک میں ان کو بار بار یہی کہتی ہوں کہ آف کورس آپ یو ایس سٹیزن ہیں، جیسے کہ میں برٹش ہوں، لیکن اس کے ساتھ ساتھ جو ہے نا اپنا کلچر، اپنا مذہب، اپنی جو بیک گراؤنڈ ہے، ان آئیڈینٹیز کے بارے میں بھی آپ کو فخر ہونا چاہیے، کیونکہ ان آئیڈینٹیز کی وجہ سے آپ زیادہ مضبوط ہوں گے.